Imagine waking up one morning with a peculiar sensation, not of physical discomfort, but a profound sense of questioning. You look around and everything seems the same, yet something feels different. It's as if the very fabric of your understanding has shifted, prompting you to ask, what is the purpose of all this? This isn't just a fleeting thought, it's the beginning of a journey, a philosophical awakening that beckons you to explore the depths of existence. From the dawn of consciousness, humans have grappled with their place in the universe. Early civilizations gazed at the stars, not just for navigation, but to seek answers about their origins and destiny. This innate curiosity isn't merely about survival, it's a quest to find meaning in the chaos, to understand the why behind the what. In our daily lives, we often cling to routines and beliefs that provide a semblance of stability. Yet, beneath this surface lies a sea of uncertainty. We construct narratives to make sense of our experiences, but these stories are just that, constructs. Recognizing this can be unsettling, but it's also liberating. It opens the door to genuine inquiry and self-discovery. Doubt is often viewed negatively, associated with indecision or lack of confidence. However, in the philosophical realm, doubt is a powerful tool. It challenges assumptions, prompts deeper questioning, and prevents complacency. Embracing doubt doesn't mean rejecting all beliefs. It means holding them up to scrutiny, ensuring they withstand the test of reason and experience. Truth is a central pursuit in philosophy, yet it's elusive. Is truth absolute, or is it shaped by perception and context? Consider how cultural, historical, and personal lenses influence our understanding of truth. This doesn't render truth meaningless, but highlights the importance of perspective and the need for ongoing dialogue and reflection. Navigating right and wrong isn't always straightforward. Moral dilemmas often present conflicting values, forcing us to weigh consequences, intentions, and principles. Engaging with these challenges enhances our moral reasoning and empathy, fostering a more nuanced understanding of human behavior and societal norms. What constitutes reality? Is it confined to what we can perceive, or does it extend beyond our senses? Philosophical exploration of reality delves into metaphysics, questioning the nature of existence, the mind-body relationship, and the possibility of alternate dimensions or realities. These inquiries stretch our imagination and challenge our perceptions. Who are you, beyond your name, occupation, or social roles? What defines your essence? The concept of self is complex, encompassing consciousness, memory, and personal continuity. Philosophical discussions on identity examine how we construct our sense of self and how it evolves over time, influenced by experiences and relationships. Are our choices truly free, or are they determined by genetics, environment, and past experiences? The debate between free will and determinism probes the extent of human autonomy. Understanding this dynamic informs our views on responsibility, accountability, and the potential for personal growth. Confronting the apparent absurdity of life, where efforts may seem futile and outcomes unpredictable, can lead to existential despair, yet acknowledging the absurd also presents an opportunity to create personal meaning. By embracing life's inherent uncertainties, we can find freedom and purpose in our choices and actions. In an age dominated by rapid technological advancements and information overload, philosophy remains vital. It encourages critical thinking, ethical considerations, and a deeper understanding of human nature. Engaging with philosophical questions equips us to navigate complex societal issues and personal challenges with thoughtfulness and integrity. As we delve further into the rich tapestry of philosophical thought, it's essential to recognize that the quest for meaning is not a linear path. It is a winding road filled with twists and turns, moments of clarity and confusion, certainty and doubt. Each question we pose opens new doors, revealing even more layers to explore. The beauty of philosophy lies in this endless unfolding, where the process of seeking becomes just as important as any conclusion we might reach. One of the first hurdles we encounter on this journey is the temptation to cling too tightly to answers that provide comfort. Human nature often gravitates towards certainty because it offers a sense of security in an unpredictable world. Yet, true philosophical inquiry demands we confront the discomfort of ambiguity. It asks us to hold space for complexity, to accept that some questions may remain unresolved, and that ambiguity itself can be a fertile ground for growth. In this vein, the concept of paradox emerges as a profound theme. Life often presents contradictions that defy easy resolution. Freedom within constraints, strength through vulnerability, permanence amidst change. Rather than seeing paradoxes as problems to be solved, philosophy invites us to embrace them as essential features of the human experience. This acceptance challenges our conventional logic and expands our capacity for understanding. The interplay between reason and emotion is another crucial aspect to explore. While reason provides structure and clarity, emotion colors our experiences and fuels our motivations. Philosophical reflection urges us not to dismiss feelings as irrational, but to integrate them thoughtfully with intellect. This integration enriches our decision-making and deepens our engagement with the world around us. Turning to the social dimension, philosophy also prompts us to examine how our identities and values are shaped in relation to others. We are inherently social beings, and our sense of self is interwoven with the communities we inhabit. Questions of justice, equality, and human rights arise naturally when considering the collective impact of our choices. These ethical concerns remind us that our personal search for meaning is inseparable from our responsibility to others. History offers countless examples where collective values have shifted dramatically, revealing how fluid and dynamic moral frameworks can be. This fluidity challenges the notion of fixed or absolute ethics, urging us to cultivate moral humility and openness. Recognizing the provisional nature of our beliefs encourages ongoing dialogue and fosters greater empathy across diverse perspectives. Exploring the limits of knowledge is another pivotal theme in philosophy. The more we learn, the more aware we become of what remains unknown. This paradox, sometimes called the horizon of knowledge, humbles us and inspires curiosity. It cautions against arrogance and dogmatism, while inviting a spirit of lifelong learning. Embracing intellectual humility allows us to navigate uncertainty with grace and resilience. Philosophy also pushes us to question the assumptions embedded in language itself. Words shape our reality, framing how we perceive and interpret experience. Yet language is inherently imperfect and limited, often unable to fully capture the nuance of complex ideas. This recognition encourages us to listen deeply, to read between the lines, and to appreciate silence as a meaningful space beyond words. In considering the nature of time, philosophy opens fascinating avenues for reflection. Time can feel both fleeting and eternal, linear and cyclical. Our awareness of mortality shapes how we value each moment, while notions of legacy prompt us to think beyond our own lifespan. Contemplating time invites us to live more mindfully, to savor the present without losing sight of the future. The concept of death, perhaps the most profound certainty in life, is a subject that philosophy approaches with both gravity and insight. Rather than shying away from mortality, philosophical traditions encourage us to confront it head-on, to use the awareness of our finite existence as a catalyst for authentic living. This confrontation can dissolve fear and foster acceptance, revealing death as an integral part of the natural order. Alongside death, the question of suffering naturally arises. Why does pain exist? What purpose, if any, does suffering serve? Philosophy offers varied responses. Some view suffering as a teacher, a crucible for growth and transformation. Others see it as an inevitable condition that challenges us to cultivate compassion, resilience, and meaning despite adversity. These reflections remind us that suffering, while difficult, can deepen our humanity. On the topic of happiness, philosophy encourages us to look beyond fleeting pleasure and material gain. True fulfillment often lies in cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, and kindness. This perspective shifts the focus from external circumstances to inner qualities, highlighting the importance of self-mastery and intentional living. Happiness, then, becomes less a destination and more a byproduct of living in alignment with our values. Exploring creativity and imagination reveals their central role in how we construct meaning. Human beings are storytellers by nature, weaving narratives that connect past, present, and future. Through art, literature, and innovation, we express our deepest questions and aspirations. Philosophy acknowledges these creative acts as vital expressions of our search for understanding and connection. The relationship between technology and philosophy also merits consideration. As technology advances at an unprecedented pace, it challenges our concepts of identity, ethics, and reality. Philosophical inquiry provides tools to critically assess these changes, asking how we can harness technology to enhance human flourishing while guarding against dehumanization. This dialogue is essential as we navigate the complexities of the modern world. In reflecting on knowledge, wisdom stands out as a higher form of understanding. While knowledge involves the accumulation of facts, wisdom encompasses discernment, judgment, and the ability to apply insight in practical and ethical ways. Philosophy encourages us to cultivate wisdom by integrating experience with reflection, learning not just what to think but how to think. The role of silence and solitude is another profound theme. In a world saturated with noise and distraction, moments of quietude allow us to reconnect with ourselves and the deeper currents of existence. Philosophy recognizes solitude not as loneliness, but as a fertile space for contemplation, creativity, and renewal. The concept of hope provides a vital counterbalance to despair. Even in the face of uncertainty and suffering, hope sustains us, motivating perseverance and inspiring vision. Philosophy explores hope as an act of courage and faith, a commitment to the possibility of meaning and goodness despite adversity. As we continue this exploration, it becomes clear that philosophy is not a detached intellectual exercise, but a living practice that shapes how we engage with life. It invites us to live consciously, to question boldly, and to embrace the mystery with humility and wonder. The questions we ask and the reflections we hold become part of our very being, guiding us toward a richer and more fulfilling existence. In sum, the philosophical journey is an invitation to awaken, to see beyond the surface of everyday life, and engage with the profound questions that define our humanity. It is a call to courage, curiosity, and compassion, challenging us to live not just for ourselves but in harmony with the wider world. As you carry these reflections forward, may you find in them a source of strength, inspiration, and endless fascination.